Okay, quick update for you. It's now Monday the 1st of October, and last Friday I tried to get the engine out. I thought it might be a bit futile because I couldn't get the starter motor out, and I thought it might interfere on the engine mounting, or the engine mounting pillar on the chassis, and I was right. I didn't take it out because I couldn't get the bolts out of it. There's a mounting plate on the back of it that goes against the bell housing, and I couldn't get a socket onto it, or them. There's two of them that hold the starter motor to the engine. I can get one on, I can get a socket on one, but no matter how hard I swung on it, I could not undo it. And the other one, because of the plate, I just couldn't get the socket on it. Never mind turn it if I did manage to get it on. But because I'd pulled the engine out by about an inch on Friday, I don't know if you can see down the back there, I pulled the engine away by about an inch, and that's enabled me to get the starter motor off. I'll show you that later. So I've been underneath and I've swung on it with a big breaker bar. So now, theory is, on the engine mounting down there, there's nothing stopping the engine coming past the engine mounting turret underneath that top mount of the engine, which is what you can see there. Boring, maybe. Let me know what you think in the comments below, but I'm just about to give it a go again. I'll give it a pull. The hoist is ready, the board is ready, so it's easy to pull out, nice and smooth, because the driveway, the tarmac on the driveway isn't the smoothest thing I've ever come across. So let's give it a go. Okay, this is it, guys, the moment we've been waiting for. It's taken quite a number of months now. I'm trying to do things a little bit better and stop being so crap with video. I've got my mobile phone camera on my tripod just to pan around a little bit and show you hopefully a little bit more of what's going on. I've taken off the bonnet, not relying on the broom handle to keep the bonnet out of the way. I don't want it to foul when I'm doing this. I want to take this engine out live as I do it. I've got the wiring harness held up onto the roof of the vehicle out of the way, so I don't have to worry about that while I'm pulling and tugging. So I hope this gives you an idea of what it is I'm going through to get this damn thing out. The starter motor out of the way. Hopefully it'll just come straight out, and you're going to watch me pulling and lifting the thing out and maybe putting it down on the floor. I'll see how I can edit it once it's come out. But hopefully you're going to see the thing as it happens. Finally! So that's really where that little saga ended. The engine would not come out. I pulled and I tugged, and it was overall about 20 minutes swinging and yanking and readjusting. And welcome to my back garden. A scene of many other stories and tales, and probably videos as well. But after I'd finished yanking on the engine, realising that it wouldn't come out, I came back in the house and had a look on the web at a Holden Frontera site, Australian version of Vauxhall, and discovered many tales of woe about getting engines out of these things. Excuse my bins, not very pretty. It seems it's one of, if not the worst vehicle you could possibly have to take an engine out of. The designers should have been shot, apparently. There's no room between the engine and the bulkhead to pull the engine out. The sump, as soon as you pull out a couple of inches, the sump of the engine hits the front axle, and you can take a bottom cross member off and take the sump off, but that leaves the oil pickup still sticking out, which won't come past the front axle. And you can't take the oil pickup off because the crankcase cover hides the bolts for the oil pickup, but the oil pickup won't come off because you can't get to all the bolts because the engine's still in. So you can cut it off and you can get the engine out, but then it's a question of how do you get the next engine back in? You've got to take the front axle out ultimately, and I don't know how I'm going to do that. I'm just one guy with arthritis. I guess I'm going to have to surpass myself and do it. This is more of a vlog than what I'm doing right now video. But anyway, this last week, my car, my Renault Megane Scenic, has had to be worked on. A few things with handbrake issues and a couple of bottom ball joints and a tyre and wipers and a bulb. He went in for the MOT on Saturday, and I did everything I possibly could to get it through, and it has gone through first time. But now the weather's turned and it's been absolutely chucking it down all day today. It's now coming up to 3 o'clock and the rain's just stopped. It's just been raining all day. That's the garage at the end of my road, street, where it went for MOT. Fortunately it's that close I could push it there. So that's where I'm at now. Any comments on this? You know anybody who's got a four-wheel drive or even a Frontera, Rodeo, Isuzu, Honda Passport, whatever. Leave a comment in the section below. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll be back with you with the next exciting episode of how not to change an engine in a Vauxhall Frontera. I thank you.